Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rangers Respite. I'm Philip, and today we're talking about the 2024 Virginia Whiskey Tournament. We're talking about round two, bouts 3 and 4, as well as our round one tiebreaker between Copper Fox and Springfield Distillery. But before we get into that, if you like what I do, if you'd like to support it, I have an Etsy shop. The proceeds from that go to supporting this show and the Single Malt Frontier, which I co-host with my friend Doug. I'm selling pens, such as this very nice rollerball pen that is made from a Jim Beam barrel stave, and bowls, like this cherry one. It's a pretty good sized bowl. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about well, first, let's talk about our tiebreaker. So, at midnight on Friday, when I count the votes, because I can't just set an end time for Instagram polls, that's how it works. Springfield Distillery was up by one vote on Instagram, and Copper Fox was up by one vote on Twitter. So it evens out. It's a tie, which means tiebreaker. It's a 3-day tiebreaker. I'll come back to you on Wednesday with the winner. Links to those polls will be in the description down below. Um, now that we've got that taken care of, please vote. I'm really excited to see who gets to move on to round three, which will be ooh, the final eight. It's a pretty swift cut down from 54 to 8 in the next round. Anyway, um, the next two bouts 3 and 4, are bout 3 is A. Smith Bowman up against Axe Handle Distilling. Now, A. Smith Bowman is one of the big dogs in Virginia distilling. It's owned by the same folks that own Buffalo Trace and Barton and Sazerac. They are one of the oldest distilleries in Virginia. I believe that they are actually the oldest operating distillery in the Commonwealth of Virginia, if you don't count George Washington's Mount Vernon Distillery, which is a recreation of a distillery rather than a continuously operated distillery. And they're up against Lee County's finest, purveyors of hand-hewn log homes and darn good whiskey, Axe Handle Distilling. They have a wonderful flavor profile that they've blended to. It is excellent whiskey, and they also make log homes. I know that I mentioned that, but every time it comes up, I'm excited by it because that just sounds so cool. I want to live in a little log cabin on the top of a mountain, drinking whiskey and writing. Just sort of, life goals, right? And then bout four is the one that's going to be the hardest for Doug, because it is a battle between two Virginia single malt producers, Cashel Beer and Spirits, out of the Old Armory. Personally, my personal opinion is that this is their best. It's their peated single malt. Fantastic stuff. They've got a great. I mean, they're in the Old Armory. That's cool enough. But their name has a meaning that ties into that location, and they make very good spirits. And they are facing down Spirit Lab Distilling, who make one of my favorite American single malts. Weirdly, and it's hard to say that because there are so many great American single malt whiskeys, and I have a bunch of them. But this here is the maple syrup cask finished American single malt whiskey from Spirit Lab Distilling. It is one of the pricier American single malts that I have, but I think well worth the cost. It is beautifully made. It's Also, 55% alcohol by volume. Fantastic stuff. I'm excited to see who moves on to round 3. So, links are in the description down below. Vote on Instagram. Vote on Twitter. You don't need to be logged in to vote on Twitter, I'm pretty sure. Vote in our tiebreaker before Wednesday. Vote in our regular bouts before Friday, because at midnight on Friday, I count the votes. And I think that I've managed to cover everything. So, it's been good talking to you. Until next time, take care.